All right, I am excited because we are at day number 2 of the Better Body Challenge. And if you're tuning in with us on any of the platforms, whether you're on YouTube or you're here in our Zoom room, go ahead and just get excited. Put excited if you are excited in the chat and let me know how you're feeling about today. And I really want you to do a second thing as well as you put excited in the chat. I want you to share your one word description of how you feel about day one. How do you feel after day one of the challenge? So go ahead and put that in the chat. Maybe some people are feeling sore, some people are feeling motivated, some people are feeling excited. We're doing our 5-day online Better Body Challenge, and this is day number 2. That's dos if you speak Spanish. But for those who do not speak Spanish, I'd love for you in the chat to again put what was your one word description of how day number 1 of the challenge went for you. And I'm excited for us to jump into day number 2, as I'm going to share with you 5 reasons during this 5 days for why people struggle to be fit, get in shape, lose weight, and to become pain free and feel the best in their body. So, one of the things that we're going to be doing today is talking about how you can actually overcome some of the challenges that you've probably recognized have hindered you in your journey. But today, I want to hear some people's description. I see some people are feeling sore. Some people are motivated, they're encouraged, they're ready for day number 2. They're ready to see what kind of challenge they're going to have to embrace or step up to the plate to overcome today. And I'm excited for that. So awesome for everybody who's been a part of the challenge so far. Let's dive into what we want to go through today. I want to show you some helpful information just in regards to how you can begin to make the journey of being healthy and fit a lifelong journey. And this is super important because most people don't think about how they can actually make the journey of losing weight, getting in shape, and living a better, healthier lifestyle. Most people don't think about how they can actually make it a long-term journey, a lifestyle. Most people desire to make it a lifestyle and a long-term journey, but they never think about how to make it possible. And so what we do in this challenge is we're not only just helping you to work out or to have the right kind of nutrition plan. We're trying to teach you and actually train you to become the person who can actually do the thing, right? So I always say this, if I teach you, I inform you. If I tell you, sorry, I got it wrong. If I tell you, I inform you. If I teach you, I inspire you. And if I train you, I transform you. So we're here to train you, not just physically, but how your mind thinks and how your mind works. So again, let's talk about it, right? Because there are 5 reasons that most people struggle to get in shape, lose weight, and be fit consistently, and to make it a lifestyle like we so often desire, but we don't understand how to make what we desire something that we actually achieve and obtain. So one of the biggest things is this: most people feel like they do not have the time. And that's a really, really big mental barrier, because if you believe this lie that you don't have the time, the challenge is that one of the things you're believing is already contradictory to you being able to lose weight. And I don't just mean because you don't have time. What I mean is that the way that you're thinking is already counterproductive to you being able to sustain the fitness journey. Now, when you say you don't have time, one of the things that you're pretty much saying is you don't have control over the time that you do have. And this is one of the biggest things. Most people feel like they also don't have control about how their body works, how healthy their body is. Some people even believe that if they started working out, that it's not going to work out for them, because they're thinking to themselves like, yeah, I've tried these things before. It didn't really work out. It didn't go as fast as I wanted to. I didn't really get the results. So really, when you're saying you don't have time, right, one of the things implicitly that people are saying to themselves is that they don't have control over the time that they do have. And part of the reason why they feel that way is because they do not believe that the time they would spend to work out is actually going to be worthwhile. And so if you don't feel like it's going to work out for you, you're not going to spend time doing it. And a lot of people feel like their life and their health and their fitness is out of control. Their weight is out of control. And so they also don't have control over their time. They feel like, well, I have to do this. I have these responsibilities. I can't but help do this. And once you tell yourself you can't do something, you definitely won't be able to do it. So you might think you're too busy to work out, but you're too busy to not work out. That's the reality. And what do you mean? You're like, Dr. Toby, what are you saying? I'm too busy to not work out. Well, think about it. The busier you are, the thing that you have to think about is, what am I actually busy doing? What's taking up my time? And one of the things I often teach people and tell them is that weight loss is spiritual. You see, if you're going to be able to lose weight, you have to have some virtues, characteristics within yourself that cause you to be able to be consistent with how you take care and treat yourself. A quick example is if you don't love yourself, which is a spiritual virtue, if you don't love yourself, right? Even the Bible says, that we should love our neighbors as we love ourselves, which means you have to first love yourself. Most of the time, we don't love ourselves enough to prioritize ourselves. And so we're busy doing a lot of things that we think are serving us, but we're undermining the aspect of taking care of ourselves, right? Like you're too busy to take care of yourself doesn't make sense. You're too busy to do what's in your best interest doesn't make sense. And so it's important that most people have to come to an understanding where you actually do have time. The issue is you feel like you don't have control over your time because you think something else is dictating or controlling it, but you're actually the one making the decisions. And if you would make a decision to start loving yourself better and to say, hey, I'm going to put myself first. And I know that sounds so counterintuitive for so many people, but the only way that you can continue to be as busy as you are and keep things going is if you're still around and alive. And that's super important for you to think about, right? If you're not around, how are you going to be so busy to do all the stuff that you're busy with, right? And here's the other part. The results of exercise is cumulative over time. So what that means is that you don't need to spend all the time in the world exercising if you realize that exercising, even in small fashions, has a cumulative effect over time that produces the long-term result. And so most people dissuade themselves because they feel like they don't have time and they're not willing to invest even a small amount of time, which has a cumulative effect, which produces the long-term result, which is long lasting. I rather you work out for 5 or 10 minutes every single day. 10 minutes a day is going to be an amazing starting point because the results are still cumulative. And in fact, the best part is you don't need much of the right thing to do, right? You don't need much to get much results. You just need enough of the right thing. And most people think like, wow, I have to run a mile, 2 miles. You never have to run in order to lose weight or to get in shape or all of those things, right? So if you are not doing the right type of exercise, that's going to make a very big impression on your experience, and you're going to feel like you don't have time because the time is not worth it because it takes too much time, probably because you're doing the wrong thing, right? 30 minutes or less of weightlifting can help people who are trying to lose weight. 30 minutes or less of daily rehab training can help you to overcome any injury. And the cumulative effect of exercise is so real that if you understood the cumulative effect, you would realize that a little bit goes a long way if that little bit is performed over a long and consistent period of time, which can cost you little to nothing if you know the right things to do. And most people are troubleshooting their problems, trying to find the best workout on YouTube, trying to find out the best exercise for their injury or whatever the case might be. They're looking for these things, but there's no precision, there's no accuracy. So they're feeling like it's going to take a lot of time because there's so much information they're coming through to figure out what's their real problem. But the longer that it takes for you to ascertain or to clarify what your real problem is, you're going to spend more time in this phase of trying to figure out how to, get your problem solved, whether it's losing weight, or, overcoming the injury so that you can get back to the gym and start losing weight, getting on the elliptical, treadmill, riding the bike, whatever the case may be, addressing your knees, playing golf, whatever that injury is, whatever that limitation is that's impacting your fitness. It's simply going to help you if you get the clearest, most concise answer to your problem and then get a plan for that. And that's going to be able to shave off time that you feel like you have to spend, which you say that you don't have, but you truly do have it because you've still been spending time lamenting and crying over the thing that you've desired for so long. But this is an opportunity for you to say, wait, I do have time. I can invest a little bit of attention in the right direction when I get knowledge from those who are experts, right? From those who know what they're doing. And that's the great part, right? So here's the other thing. The busier you are, the more you will benefit from exercise and prolong your life and have the ability to handle all the things that you're busy with. So the busier you are, the more reason why you actually should have time to exercise because exercise and being fit is going to help you prolong your life and your ability to not only do the things that you're busy with, but to be able to do those things well with less strain, stress on your body, and less consequence. So I hope this helps you. What are your takeaways from addressing this reason number two, this lie number two that people are believing that keeps them. And I'm telling you that your body will never do what your mind is not convinced of. If your mind is not convinced that you can do this, that you can actually heal from that injury so that you can start going back to playing baseball or start playing soccer again. If you don't believe that you have the time to be able to take off work or do all these things, and the issue is people think like, I tried to go to the chiropractor or go to physical therapy and I tried to take off work, all these things, but my work schedule doesn't work. So I'm still carrying this injury and now I still can't play soccer or run my marathon or do all these different things, but you do have time. Time is not the issue. You actually need knowledge. You need information because when you have the right information, you'll be able to know and shave off time and realize how much time it actually is going to take for you to actually get better. So, I hope this is helpful. And I really wanted us to make sure that we address this tonight as we get into our exercises because now it's time for us to get into our challenge. And I'm super excited. So, let us get ready. So, as always, you may want to have some water with you. Make sure you have a comfortable space for you to work out and do our workout routine. Today, we're going to be working on our legs. So I'm going to show you the exercises. As always, more pain does not mean more progress. Number two, you control your depth and your reps. Number three, remember that as you go throughout the exercise, you can modify as needed. Okay, so let's jump into our first exercise. First thing that we're going to be doing is called a D2 lunge with a chop. So we're going to get into this lunge position here and you can control the depth of how far you go down, right? If you have issues with your knees or other challenges, you're going to want to try this position and make sure that it's comfortable for you and you can modify as needed. So easiest way to do this is one foot behind the other. You can just bend your knees very slightly. And what we're going to do is have our hands here and we're going to bring them across. Now, we're obviously going to increase the difficulty by going into greater depth and holding that position. And this is going to be our great warm up to get our legs nice and warm. So we're going to be doing 3 rounds of 10 on each leg. We're going to choose our preferred position. You can go into a squat, into a kneeling lunge position that's deeper or not as deep. So we can go here or we can go even deeper. You choose your preferred position. We're going to be down here. We're going to do 1 and all the way to 10. All right, so get into your position. We're gonna do 3 rounds of 10 on each side. So let's get ready for this exercise. Get into position and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Love it. Switch sides. We got 10 more. Again, monitor how your body's feeling. Get into that position. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and good job. All right, we're going to our next exercise. We're going to do our first round of our next exercise. We're going to be doing our bridges lying right on our back. So join me in this position. We're right here. We're going to have our feet spread right apart. Knees are going to be straight. We don't want our knees buckling in toward one another or too far out. We're going to cross our arms and we're going to lift our bottom up. Most difficult way to do this exercise is lifting all the way up. You can reduce the depth by going up just a tiny bit. We're going to be doing 2, 3 rounds of 10, and let's get into that preferred position. Keep count, go at your own pace, and let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Job. Great stuff. All right. We're going into our next exercise and we're going to be doing our lateral lunges. This is our first round for each exercise. We're going to spread those feet out nice and wide. And what we're going to do is we're going to shift our weight to one side and just like this. So as always, you control the number of reps, but we're doing 10 for our standard number, and you can control how far or deep, you go down into that position. As always, monitor how your body's feeling. And we're going to do 10 on each side. Ready? And let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and awesome job. Switch sides. Ready? And let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, and 10. Awesome job. All right, we're going back to our first exercise, our split squat, and we're going to be doing our full round for each of these, going straight through 2 sets of 10, doing this for each of our exercises. Let's get into that position. We're dropping our knees down. Again, you control depth and reps. We go down. We're knocking out 10 for our standard, and up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. This is a great way to build quad strength and get our joints nice and strong and healthy. Ready? And 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Awesome job. All right, we're going into our bridge now. We got 2 sets of 10. Let's make these count. Cross those arms and lift up. 1, 2, 3. We got one more round of 10. And let's go. 2, 3, 4. Awesome job. Let's get into our next exercise, our lateral lunges. We got 2 sets of 10 on each side. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Awesome job. Awesome. We got one more round and let's make them count. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 10. Ready? Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome job. All right. We're going to finish up with our core exercise of the day. We're going to be doing our V ups. I'm going to show you how to do this exercise. We're going to be lying flat on our back. Arms are straight up. And we're going to sit all the way up. You can use your arms to give a nice little swing and go up. Easiest way to do this is to just do a slight lift. Most difficult way is to come all the way up. So choose your preferred position. As always, keep count, go at your own pace. We're knocking out 3 rounds of 20 for this one. So let's get ready. Ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Awesome job. Great work. We have 2 more rounds to do, and we're going to be doing these for a round of 20 each time. We're going to do our preferred position as always. Keep count, go at your own pace. Let's go into our second round of our V-ups, and let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Awesome job. We got one more round. As always, keep count, go at your own pace. We have 20 seconds to rest, and we're going to do our final round of our V-ups. Let's get into our preferred position. We have about 15 more seconds before it's time to get up and get into position. Again, you can modify depth and reps based on how you feel. Ready? We got 20 more, and let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Awesome job. Awesome job. If you made it this far, you are a trooper. Come on, let me know, no matter what platform you're on, how you're feeling. If you're watching this live or the recording, put in the chat, how are you feeling after day 2 of our challenge? I hope you've not only broken a sweat, but I hope you've also broken past some discouragement, lack of motivation, and you're encouraged to stay in the game for day number 3 as we get back tomorrow for day number 3. Make sure, if you haven't already signed up for the Better Body Challenge, go to betterbodychallenge.com. And I can't wait to see you guys in tomorrow's challenge as we unveil some of the next things that we're going to teach you to help you get into shape, lose weight, and become pain-free and feel better about your body in every single way possible so that your life can get even better as you contribute to all the great things that your life is contributing to. And so I can't wait to see you guys tomorrow, and I'll see you